Thanks for joining us today. Oh, I don't have strips either. You got me strips? They're in the drawer, the second drawer. Sorry, guys. I was running a bit late tonight. I tried to hook up my tablet to my camera so that I could have a better experience in the stream, and it didn't work. Don't know why. Something really weird was going on there. My camera looks crooked. I don't know. It's perfectly straight. I don't understand why. Thank you. Oh, weird. I don't know. Can't explain it. I'm not good with technology. I'm trying to learn all this stuff. So it was a good day today. I went and did vitamin C. Let's talk about that. So high dose vitamin C in the Professor Seyfried's Press Pulse, which I haven't actually read his publication yet. So maybe we can take some time to look at that tonight. I think that'd be really good for everyone. Hi, Kathy. Hope you're having a good night. It is nighttime there. So yeah. Yeah, so maybe we can review Seyfried's publication on his Press Pulse. Hi from San Antonio. Nice. Thanks for joining us, Gina. Hope you're doing well. I don't know if you've joined us on a live before, Gina, actually. Yeah, we usually kind of hang out for a minute, and I test my ketones, and then we usually chat for a bit and see what comes up. Whitley, hello. Hope you're having a good night. Vitamin C is really interesting. So Professor Seyfried says, apparently, again, I haven't read his publication yet. I've heard him talk about his Press Pulse, and I knew it was coming. But high dose vitamin C, while in a low state of GKI, cancer just dies. So that's really interesting. Actually, I bumped my dose back. I went to a smaller dose of vitamin C because I do have a scan coming up on Tuesday. When you hit cancer hard with hyperbaric or vitamin C, cancer will swell and then it dies off. When it dies off, so then it swells and it dies off. So if you do a scan, so for example, like I don't know why, again, oncologists don't teach us these things, but if you do chemo a day before and they'll book you a scan, they don't pay any attention, and you treat your hi Kevin, I got your email. I'll respond. I promise. It was a really heartfelt email. It's quite the story. Cancer will swell and they'll do a scan. They'll go, oh my God, your cancer grew. Meanwhile, it was just actually shrinking. So that can happen if your cancer's stable like mine, that is. Like if it was a 3-month ago scan and there's change and your cancer's been shrinking over 3 months, yeah, I won't pick it up. But hi, Edna. Hope you're having a good night. I'm doing good. I was sick earlier today. Made homemade bone broth, and I started drinking bone broth again. My weight's getting down. It's at 124, which is below my goal. That's because I water only fasted it's on the camera, I think 2.5 days. So I'm hoping to get some fat in me and bump it up here. I'm at the home stretch, guys. Like today is day 13, and we're only going 18 days, only 5 days left. So this weekend's Father's Day in Canada. I don't know if it is elsewhere in the world, but I will be drinking bone broth. We're going to my camper with the family. So we'll be at the camper for the weekend. So it's a nice little getaway. So I'm pretty excited. Private coaching session. Seriously, someone mentioned your channel and Kelly. That's kind of cool. Thanks for sharing, Gina. Really? That's awesome. Yeah, so I'm currently I'm trying to fast for stage 4 cancer. But because of my weight, as you can see, I'm not very big. I lost a lot of weight with esophageal cancer. So I'm trying to do a animal fat fast where I only have animal fats, and I'm recording every day, and I'm checking my GKI and I'm recording it so other people can follow in my steps if it works, or if for whatever reason, because there's so many people fighting cancer that just don't, by the time they get into this metabolic therapy stuff, they've already lost all their weight. Do I sound like a hamster wheel tonight by any chance? I got my white mic working again. I think I got it sorted out. I'm hoping so. Last night apparently sounded like there was a hamster wheel, and when I listened back, you guys were right. It did sound like a hamster wheel. So hopefully we get some good blood. I always have struggle to get good blood. So again, GKI, Keto Mojo meter, most important thing for fighting cancer. Just a quick little prick. I won't show you guys the blood because some people might be sensitive to that. And you just like kind of massage your finger a little bit. It doesn't hurt. And you always wipe the first little bit. And apparently somebody shared it because of the alcohol swab. So you always wipe the first little bit because you don't want to contaminate it. Glucose first. So let's hit it with some glucose strips. So my glucose is 79. Not bad. I've had bone broth today, like I said, so it'll be interesting all day. I had quite a bit of bone broth with butter, just trying to get my weight back, keep my weight on. So let's hope let's see what that did to my ketones. Interesting to see. Got to get it going here. Okay, I got it. Come on. Yep, picked it up. And so let's hope for some good ketones. .6. That's a really good day for the ketones. Now let's hope the Keto Mojo meter will connect to my app. As you guys know, apparently other people has problems. 79. Thank you, Whitley. 79. 4.6. Hard to remember and keep going on the chat and all that. So I really appreciate it. My Mojo app. Come on, connect. Full sync. Come on. Ooh, I think it actually got it tonight for once. Ketones 4.6. I'm really happy with those ketones. Vitamin C is supposed to lower glucose. 24 glucose and 24 ketones synchronized meter. What? Apparently it sunk everything. Oh, it's got it here. So we got a really good reading tonight. 0.9 GKI. Is it focusing there? Oh, come on, focus. 79 glucose, 4.6 ketones, 0.9 GKI. We're crushing the GKI, guys. So yeah, the animal fat fasting is definitely helping GKI. The question is am I getting autopathy? Yeah, 0.9. Yeah, really happy with that. That's really good. Like, so when I'm normally eating, I can't get below 3.5. That's the best I can do. Yeah, it is amazing. You guys can do the same thing. Everybody can do it. I know you got your fight going on. You can do it too. If you're not already, I don't know what your latest GKI is at, but we can all do it. Like cancers, it sucks, but I mean, applying metabolic therapy, like we can all do it. You got my protocol. I got a few other protocols if anybody's interested. Oh, I just minused you guys out of here. Yeah, it's just my weight right now that I'm really worried about. It's really concerning. Let's see if I can pull up press pulse publication. It should come up. It comes up here. I'll put it on the screen so everybody can see it. Press pulse. I had it up on my phone earlier today. So vitamin C is really interesting. Press pulse therapeutic strategy for metabolic treatments. Here we go. Professor Thomas Seyfried. I think it'd be cool to read this a little bit. See if I can zoom in here and I'll put it on screen for you guys. Let's see if there's any more comments. Your GKI is 0.9. That's amazing, Edna. Well done. Well done. Do I sound like a hamster wheel tonight or is my mic problem sorted out? I hope it's sorted out. All right, let's see if I can press pulse. Let's see if I can share screen here. Present. Slide video share screen. Press pulse share. So now I can't see you guys in the chat or anything, but here's the Professor Seyfried's press pulse health science research. It was published. I I was reading it earlier. The link I had on my cell phone might have been PubMed, but it was published. It's in a bunch of scientific journals. Professor Seafried. There's a few other people. Oh, Dominic. I think he was on Carrie's channel for an interview. He specializes in glioblastoma and is finishing up his MBA or something. I can't quite remember. So let's go. I'm gonna go back here. Can you guys see this okay? You're very welcome. No hamster. Nice. Okay. Oh, I can see here. Yeah, looks good. So I'll hop back to it. So here's your abstract. When I read these art publications, I kind of scan through this. I don't normally do this on a computer. I use my Samsung AI to summarize it for me. Is a common metabolic hallmark of cancer cells. As a result, glucose and glutamine. Here you go. So as a result, glucose and glutamine become the primary fuel sources for driving growth of tumors. Okay, methods. This general concept being applied to manage cancer by creating chronic metabolic stress to the tumor cell. So we're pressing and pulsing the tumor cell is the idea here, I believe. Again, I haven't read it. I had it open on my phone. I was going to read it today, but I thought, no, let's do this on our live. You don't need to read a lot of this stuff in detail when you're doing this stuff. You can kind of skim a lot of it. It's usually the introduction and the summary that's the most important. So I always read those. And then I always use AI on my Samsung device to summarize it for me. If you do, Apple's coming out with their AI, so they should have the same thing. The press pulse therapeutic strategy for cancer management, calorie restricted ketogenic diet. I think it's right off the bat very important. I have homemade bone broth, so I'm actually gonna drink some while we talk here. Now that I got my GKI and I hadn't had any for a few hours, and I'm just really trying to keep my weight on. I just made it, so it's fresh, used together with drugs. So this is important. Ketogenic diet and the drugs, cell energy metabolism while protecting and enhancing energy metabolism of normal cells. So the idea is that we use repurposed drugs to press and pulse the cancer cell. And we use a ketogenic diet. Conclusion, optimizing of dosing and timing and scheduling of the press pulse therapeutic strategy will facilitate eradicating cancer cell minimal patients and toxicity. So we're trying to do this with minimal toxicity to the patient, which is really cool because we can apply this even if we do take standard of care. Again, I had really good results with standard of care. This therapeutic strategy can be used as a framework for design of clinical trials of non-toxic management of cancer. So here's a summary of what this is. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and see if I can find the one I had earlier. Which AI do I use? I use, what's this? Skinny on fast only, eating fat, no fat. I'll come to that in a second. So let's go in order here. So what AI do I use? So I got Samsung devices. So like my Samsung tablet, on the Samsung browser, it has an auto summary of articles and pages and publications. I literally hit a button and it gives me a summary of all the important notes and evidence. So that's what I use. Okay, so what's the skinny on this fast? Only eat fat or no fat? Exactly. So what I'm doing on this fast is I am eating just fat. Today's day 13. I was 129 pounds when we started. I was down to 126 pounds on like day 10 or so. So I was only down a few pounds. I've struggled to maintain my weight the whole time. Fighting cancer. I had an esophageal tumor, so I lost 40 to 45 pounds. I was down to 120. I got back up to 130 after my surgery. And I haven't had the ability to fast. And a huge part of curing cancer is fasting. And so what I'm doing is I'm drinking bone broth that I make homemade. So it's got all the bone marrow fat in it, and I fry up a little bit of fat. And that's all I have with water and salt. And it's my GKI, and everybody's been following along has seen my numbers. And the goal for beating cancer, according to Professor Seafried, is a GKI below 2.0. And I've been taking repurposed drugs heavily. So I got a video on my repurposed drugs, but there's a lot of them. And so when I was staying with the fat only, I was able to pretty much maintain my weight for the first 10, 11 days. I went to water only because I did hyperbaric chamber therapy and I did high dose vitamin C, which I lowered the dose a little bit. It wasn't quite high dose today because I don't want to affect my scan next week. But I laid this all out for my scan. So my scan's on the 18th and I want to do an 18-day fast. A 14 to 21-day fast for cancer is really what you want to get to water only if you have the ability to. So let's keep reading some comments here. Hope that answered your question. The press is to get low GKI and then the pulse with drugs or other interventional like HPOT and IV. Zach, Kathy, you read the full publication. I know you did, and I really need to read it. That's awesome. That's exactly what it is. So you press the cancer with low GKI and then you pulse it with repurposed drugs. Dawn is the main one that Professor Seafried uses. Tough to get, you can do it. Tough to administer, but you can do it. It's an IV. If you're stage 4 cancer like me, I'm considering getting it. You can get it. Look online. You can find Dawn. The risk with Dawn is all your healthy cells need glutamine as well. So you can't overdose on it. So you really got to read Seafried's publications. But what I was thinking was having home care come in and hook up an IV bag and I'll just shoot in the Dawn before they get here since I have all this stuff ahead of time. I'm considering it. Like if this doesn't work in the next 3-month scan, I would do another. You only do it once. It's a short-term fast. So do like a 5-day fast. Call home care for some hydration and shoot in the Dawn. I don't know. Something like that. Like there's ways you can get creative to do it. I'm not recommending it. You really got to know what you're doing because if you take too much Dawn, it can become toxic to the body. I'm on immunosuppressive therapy. So am I. Or Remicade and oral chemo for autoimmune disease. Yeah, that's very similar to cancer. Have you tried a carnivore diet, Gina? Carnivore diet has significantly beneficial results. That's my main diet when I am eating is carnivore diet. Took me a while to get there. I kind of flipped. I did it for a while, then I went to ketogenic, and I kind of flipped back and forth. Amazing. I use Samsung too. You're very welcome. The newer devices have the AI, so if you got the AI built in, you're good to go. Did you say how your weight is going on this fast? Yeah, so it was 129 when I started, 129 pounds. Day 10 or day 9 or 10, I was only down to 126, which I was very happy with. But I went to water only to do hyperbaric oxygen and high dose vitamin C because I really wanted to hit the cancer hard. There are so many comments coming in. I will try to catch up here. So my weight on now I'm down to 124 because of the water only. So today I'm having more fats, and yesterday I had some fats. I'm having bone broth. Nice. Not tolerating the beef trim fats. It's hard. Yeah, it's tough. Keep trying, Edna. Well, that all I ate today. Wild. That's all I ate today, but with 2 yolks. You're very welcome. 2 yolks, yep. Egg yolks I might have to add in some yolks here to finish off my fast just to get through it to keep my weight on. I don't want my weight to go any lower. So we'll see how I make out today and tomorrow. If fat doesn't contribute to glucose or glutamine, why is a fat diet okay? Your numbers are in range. Fat. Well, I'm on a fat diet, Cam's dad. That's what I'm on. If fat doesn't contribute to glucose or glutamine, why is a fat diet okay? Yeah, my numbers are awesome. It's because you don't get autopathy and mitopathy. So you do, like even in carnivore diet, you'll get some autopathy and mitopathy. It's like a fasting mimicking diet. Because I'm still putting in calories, I'm getting less autopathy. Dawn, DON, it's very hard to acquire. You can't just get it. It's a tough drug, DON. Thanks, Cam's dad. I can, I wish I could bring up Samsung Notes because all my notes are in there. I got to get a Samsung device. That's all there is to it. My computer's Windows. Everything's in Samsung. I don't know how to, well, I could text it to me. to myself, and I can bring it. I'll bring up the information on Dawn. Just give me half a second. I think I can text it to myself and bring it up on the computer. I just don't want to have other people's names or contacts in it, so I just gotta be careful how I do this. I'll set it up ahead of time. I'll bring up my notes, like the full description of what Dawn is. There's a full name to it, and I will totally butcher it, and that's all there is to it. So it's better you just read it yourself. Jason. So it's Professor Seafried that uses Dawn in the lab, okay? Let me see here now. So now I texted myself, my connected to phone. I would butcher this so bad. Okay, I got it up here. So now, I'll put it in chat. How about that? I'll copy and paste it into chat. That makes sense. Let me do that, and then you guys can read it. Because trying to share my text messages, you'll see all my contacts and stuff, and that's probably not a good thing for privacy issues. So let me just copy and paste it. Control C. Here's like my summary of Dawn. There. Hope that helps. It's very hard to get your hands on. Did I skip ahead? Okay, so that brought me to the bottom of the chat, so I don't know where okay, I got okay, it's broken up into several comments. I'm sorry about that. But Dawn is the drug 6-diazo 5-oxy-L-noreleucin. Dawn can be effective. So yeah, it targets glutamine. The problem with glutamine targeting drugs is your whole body requires it, so you got to do it safely and effectively. We got thanks. We got Edna. I have added oxtail. Yep. Oxtail, that's something that was in the comments. I'm looking at adding it. I'm going to try to catch up on comments here. Yes, carnivore for 5 years, but I went undiagnosed for too many years. Yeah. It's a hard to, I don't know if you'll ever reverse all the damage. Have you tried baking soda, Gina? Baking soda reduces it neutral. You gotta be careful. Don't take it with food because it's hard to digest your food. It's changed my life the last couple of weeks. I started taking baking soda, and the byproduct of cancer is lactic acid. It's lactic fermentation, and so the problem with lactic fermentation too is that the Cori cycle occurs where your liver processes lactic acid back into glucose, spiking your glucose, further growing your cancer. So I started taking less than a half it. Well, I overdosed on it the first time because I'm dumb and I aggressively treat stuff. But like you really only need less than half a teaspoon. Take it a couple hours after you eat because it'll neutralize all the acidity in your stomach. If you have heartburn, take baking soda and just put it in a glass of water, mix it in. Get one that from the natural food store if you can that has no minerals or metals added. And it just neutralizes all the acidity in your body. It actually works. So it's illegal in horse racing. I've explained this in previous lives, but my buddy's a professional horse race trainer, and yeah, I am too. So my buddy's a professional horse race trainer, and they test horses because on the last lap, the lactic acid builds up in the system, and it goes in and it actually neutralizes it. And so they test the horses. If you get caught, they suspend you and fine you if your pH level of your horse is up. The horses run 1 to 2 seconds faster. It works so good. It's an instant neutralizer. And so I know that you don't have necessarily issues with lactic acid, but getting rid of neutralizing any lactic acid in your body, like little things like that can really help your joints and muscles to heal and reduce the inflammation. Why isn't glad you? Yeah, I know. I need to. My weight's kind of slipped too quickly, but I hit the cancer hard, so I don't regret it, and it was worth a shot just to get more autopathy in my topathy. My numbers are great. You're right. Why push my lock? You're right. It was a bit of a risk, Cam's dad. I know. I've lost weight. Yeah, that's awesome. No hamster wheel. Nice. That's funny. Okay, so then I got all the comments here. I'm just trying to catch up. Hope you are able to get it. Yes. Yeah, so yeah, it's something really simple. It might help. I don't know. It depends. Like getting rid of lactic acid in the body every time you exert energy is a big deal because that also slows your muscles and slows your performance. Taking baking soda increases athletic performance. It gets rid of heartburn. Again, be careful when you take it. Like, don't take it right before or during a meal. Take it like a few, like in between meals. Take it at the end of the night. Actually, somebody said they take it at nighttime, which I thought was a really good idea. So. You ever hear about people getting injected with flu virus to wake up their immune system? Ooh, this is interesting. Really? I'm gonna look into that. That's interesting. No, I have not heard of that. You're welcome. Um, One thing that I have heard of, and I'd love to share the video on it, but I think YouTube would ban me for life because it's on Rumble. There's a DCA. Um, Oh my God, I forget the full name. So that's something I was looking to do. I was gonna do a video today of me researching DCA, but I did ran out of time and I ended up getting sick this afternoon. So I'll just talk about it now for a second. DCA has showed huge promise in curing cancer. Um, Same thing like what you're saying. Somebody got banned from using DCA therapy, and they've gone to I'll probably butcher the name, but they went to the States or somewhere and are practicing there. It's really, you can't find anybody to do DCA therapy, but I've heard through the grapevine that a lot of people have cured or managed. So sodium dichloroacetate. Oh my God, I'm butchering it. It's $408. I can't get it in Canada. But you can get it in the States. You can order on Amazon. It's expensive. It's see if I can get it to focus. Sodium dichloroacetate, 120 gram DCA capsules. There is some side effects like neuropathy and stuff. How much baking soda? Half a teaspoon. I think baking soda is very similar to DCA actually. Um, but DCA has shown major promise. So there was a guy that did trials in mice and it cured the mice like 100% of the time. And there's some people that have done it with advanced stage cancers and are still alive, like really bad, like glioblastomas, and they're still alive today taking DCA. So there's things that you have. So half a teaspoon. That's it. I hope I didn't say tablespoon. Half a teaspoon, Kevin. Really good. It's, yeah, you got it with your cancer situation. Really good. Don't take it with food. Um, but yeah, you can squeeze a half a lemon in there for taste if you don't mind lemon. Helps with the acidity of your body. But yeah, look into DCA. But there are side effects that you have to manage. You're very welcome. This is interesting, but yeah, the DCA has got my attention. It's very hard to find places that'll treat with it though, and there is side effects. So do your research on that if you guys are if you got advanced. I know a lot of people in this chat have. I know a lot of you guys. So advanced stage cancer, DCA. It looks like it could be a potential winner. Can get it pretty much everywhere. You can go to their website, the company. Let me tell you that. Let's share the company name. Go to their website. You can order direct from their website. The only place they don't ship is friggin' Canada. Here's their website, dcalabs.com. So everybody here can order it online, DCA Lab. And you see at the top, dcalab.com. So everybody here can order it. There is side effects though. Like I said, I'll say that over and over again. So make sure you do your research and hopefully you got a cool, like I got a really cool pharmacist that I could tell him this straight up and he'd look into it and tell me if it would affect my standard of care. Baking soda sounds great. I take digestive enzymes. Yeah, so do I. The enzymes, the baking soda works way better. I don't take my digestive enzymes now. My esophagectomy is a huge problem with heartburn and acid reflux because my stomach's up here now. It worked miracles. Anybody want to call in? The call-in link's there. Like, feel free. I'll give it another minute or two, and then we'll probably shut her down. Do more research into the press pulse. I just did a quick little overview of what his theory is. You can find the full paper, and I think it was Katie or Kathy maybe. Right here. Press. So the GKI is everything, like the diet, the fasting, and then hit it, and then you pulse it with IV and vitamin C. And HBOT is hyperbaric oxygen chamber, if anybody was unsure. And then you can use repurposed drugs. So ivermectin is one that I'm using. I'm using fembendazole, membendazole. I'm using all kinds of things. How are you feeling today? I feel great. Other than this afternoon, I was barfing my guts out, and then I was nauseous in bed for a little bit. It wasn't cancer related. It's not treatment related. It's esophagectomy related. My stomach doesn't respond well to putting stuff in it. They had to replumb everything from basically my mouth to the other end. So everything has to learn to get used to each other. It's kind of gotten worse, not better. I'm having a pylorus issue to make my pylorus muscle is just not acting good. I have to get Botox put in it, I think. We'll find out when I start eating again next week, what that looks like. So, I don't know. Yeah. Will that improve over time? I don't know. Maybe they've stretched it. Next time they're going to stretch it, put Botox in it so it holds it open, like forces it to stay open. And that's temporary, but it's a simple procedure. It's just a scope. They go down, they go through my stomach, they go to the other end of my stomach and open it up. So, yeah, I'm worried about this. I'm really worried about this. Food before I went on this fast. I had some hospital visits to get pain under control because it causes reverse gastral emptying. So everything comes backwards and it causes major pain. My wife's been trained to administer hydromorph at home intravenous, like in an injection. So I don't necessarily have to race off to the hospital. It's not an emergency, life or death. It's just the pain's out of control. I can't manage it. So starting eating again is going to be fun. I'm going to break my fast with salmon. After my scan, I'm going to bug my wife to take me out for lunch. She owes me a lunch, I think. I want to get salmon. I don't know if I can get it, but I really want hollandaise sauce on it. So I don't know if someone else. We make that at home, so maybe I'll have to come home and make it. But I want food like right away. I really want that salmon. You're always supposed to break a fast with something easy like that. Can I tolerate egg? Yes, I can. Leanne, you tolerate eggs. Could you eat an egg or two to break the fast? Yeah, technically I can. Yep. I've read that that's actually not a bad way to go. It's easy to digest. It's nice and light on the stomach. I've read that or fish. I just want salmon. I don't know why. I've been eating meat and eggs for so long. I don't know. I eat a lot of Dr. Berry. That's what Dr. Berry says. Eggs is good to break fast. Oh, really? Hmm. Yeah, I've read that eggs and fish. Maybe I'll have eggs right after. Maybe we'll go out for breakfast because my scan's at 8 a.m. 8:15 a.m., 8 a.m. So maybe we'll have eggs for breakfast and salmon for dinner. Don't drink any liquids when you eat, possibly not. That is a huge problem. Huge problem when I eat. Um, you can, yeah, thank you. You're right on. Yeah, that helps a lot. Good point. Yeah. Hey, Jeff. How's it going, buddy? Great job, brother. Your GK is super awesome. So glad you started yeah, hyperbaric oxygen chamber at under pressure. Sorry. I would call in, but I'm at my son's soccer. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for sending a note. I really appreciate it. Have fun at the soccer match. We'll talk soon, buddy. That's a great point, Jan. No, Kathy's saying, "Hey, Jeff," too. That's awesome. All right, guys, if that's it, I think it's time to shut her down. This has been a cool live. We kind of reviewed just a generic overlook of the press pulse. Maybe next time we'll review the full paper. I'll get it up on my computer. I was trying to set up my tablet so I could do this live stream from my tablet so I could do that, but I couldn't get it to connect to my camera. So that was a no-go. The mic worked. Maybe I'll do the one tomorrow. Maybe I won't use my good camera. I'll just use the camera built into the tablet. It's weird though because it's kind of tilted back on an angle, but maybe we'll just do that and we can go through it. Nancy, be well. You as well. All right, guys. Everybody, thanks for joining us tonight. Have a good night. We'll talk. Thanks. It was great, GKI. We'll talk soon, guys. Bye.